What's up, good people? There we go. How y'all doing? Hey, listen, I'm starting this 12 minutes. 12 minutes start. We will be gone in 12 minutes, all right? 12 minutes, we will be gone. I got it going, all right? Let's go. Let's get to this information. If you're new to the page, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. This is Stock Up with Larry Jones, where we try to keep the family fed. All right. So there is a lot going on with the crypto miners. I am really going to cover. I'm going to cover HUT 8 and what's going on with it and why it tanked as low as like 26% today. And I'm going to show you a snippet of some charting that Josh did. He and I went live yesterday in the Discord. For those of you that are in the Discord, I'm going to show you a piece of that. There we go. Hey, what's up? What's up, family? All right. So I'm just going to hit you guys with the information. OK, I'm going to hit you guys with the information and I'll come back to you guys. All right. So I'm not ignoring you guys. All right. That's just rude. Just rude. All right. Let's get right to it. Information. We're going to do this in 10 minutes. All right. So first, what we got going on here. We have HUT 8. HUT 8 was down bigly today. HUT 8 literally was down as much as 26% today. It just absolutely tanked. Okay. Hey, good to see you again too, man. I appreciate you guys so much. All right. So it absolutely tanked. Okay. So this is what happened to HUT 8. Why did HUT 8 tank so much? 26%. If you compare that with Mara, Riot, Bitfarms, by far, HUT 8 had tanked the most. It absolutely tanked the absolute most. Why? Why did it? All right. You guys hitting that like button. Thank you. Why did it tank? Right. So let's see. I'm just going to go window to window. Right. So here's HUT 8. There's a couple of things I want you guys to look at. Right. And then we're going to get to the obvious. So we can see HUT 8 is down. But HUT 8 is not doing good if you look at the income statement. If you look at their balance sheets, HUT 8, you see all of this red? All right. Remember, I teach you guys not to just have your heads buried in the charts without knowing what's fully going on. Look at that. Net profit margins, negative. All right. These are millions, 1.2 million, right? Okay. Now you compare that with someone like Mara, which is another Bitcoin mining company. When you go to their financials, look at this. As you can see, all green and all red. Okay. So I want you guys to learn how to read these balance sheets. All right. In the class, right? Why we dip it. All right. Well, I'm going to get to it. Here's why. So this was December 29th. HUT 8 shares down after bankruptcy court approves digital mining plan for Celsius Networks ops. Okay. This was old news. We knew that this was already, yes, I'm talking about HUT 8. We knew that this was already an issue. HUT 8 shares were sharply lower Friday. Remember, let's keep this in context. This is December 29th. All right. This was last year. You see what's going on with it. We already knew about this Friday morning after the company said it received approval by the U.S. bankruptcy court to begin full Bitcoin mining operations in connection with Celsius Networks bankruptcy procedures. We knew about that, right? Here's what's going on with it today. Boom. All right. Now, let me explain this to you guys. I want you to read. Okay. I need to bag up and tell you that I made a ton of money in 2021, for those of you that were following me, on these companies that did hit jobs. These were short reports. Remember, I was calling them short reports. And I will tell you, I'm not telling you this is happening now. I will tell you that every single time that there was a hit job, I went in and bought the stock. They were doing them on every SPAC. Everything that was a SPAC, they did a hit job on. I went in and I bought them the day that the hit jobs happened, right? These were short reports, okay? And some of these companies, there was one company in particular that was a quote unquote law firm, which it wasn't a law firm. They did these hit reports on all of these companies, shorting these companies. And they told you to your face that they were shorting the company. But they put these hit jobs out, these short reports. Now, I am not saying that this company is doing that. I'm just bringing this to you guys that don't know about these type of things. Now, this is a company, J Capital, right? J Capital. Soon as you go to J Capital, it says, look at this. By downloading from or viewing materials on this page, you agree to the following terms of services. You agree that the use of J Capital Research, you see here, is at your own risk, right? So you have to hit an agreement to even read what they are saying. All right, let me cut this down. I'm sorry if I'm blowing you guys' ears out. All right, there we go. So to even read this hit report, you have to see. Okay, so J Capital is short HUT 8, right? Management holding ownership through, you see, undisclosed party. They break down all of the negative things that they see with HUT 8. But I want you guys to read this and make a decision for yourself. Be warned. We are, look at this, activists, usually on the short side. See this? We are biased, okay? We do our best, blah, 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 blah. So they're telling you who they are, and they're telling you how they make money, right? And so HUT 8 tanks. It absolutely tanks 23% today, right? And so that is why it outshorted everything else, okay? So that's what I wanted to show you guys with HUT 8, right? And J Capital. All right, so let's move on to another company, all right? Core Scientific. These are all Bitcoin mining companies. Core Scientific, it's coming out of bankruptcy and could soon be getting what? Relisted, okay? And so that's what's happening with it. But if you look at Core Scientific compared to HUT 8, HUT 8 was down, see here, at close 23%. But Core Scientific coming out of bankruptcy is up 4.97%, okay? Now, you make your own decision with what you do with this information. So Core Scientific coming out of bankruptcy, HUT is getting this hit job, right? And it is what it is. Now, I got a few minutes. I want to talk about some warrants, right? Listen, on the warrants, I want you guys to see this. This is Digital World Acquisition, DWAC, right? True Social is on there, and here are the warrants, right? Now, I want you guys, anybody that has the class, right? Larry sold all miners about a week ago. Yes. So if you got the class, look at what's happening with the warrants, okay? The stock versus the warrants over 1 day, over 5 days. As you could see, you are killing it with the warrants over the stock. Now, what happens when it reverses? It reverses and it goes down hard. Here's where I always look for warrants. Let's go to Cypher, which is another Bitcoin mining company. I'm trying to just front load this. Right. Now, as we could see, look at that. The warrants are the yellow. Whenever the stock goes down, the warrants slingshot down even more, right? So throughout the year, the month, you can see that these are the warrants beneath. They are tanking more, right? The slingshot effect. Look at that. And everything, the warrants were tanking more. But if you zoom out and go for a year, then you will see that what? The warrants at the bottom here, 570% gains over the 176%, right? So listen, it's time for us to stop playing. Learn about it. Okay, go ahead, download, get Stock Up View. One day this will be $9.95. Right now, it's less than half of that. I don't want you to just study the crypto. I want you, since you're paid for it, I want you to take everything. Take your time and go through every single class because I want you guys to know this stuff before it happens so you will know how to make money. Now, as far as HUT 8 is concerned, look at this. You make the choice, all right? Here, after hours, it's still going down. After hours, right? And remember, it mimics Bitcoin. Now, I will tell you that before this report came out, like I told you guys earlier today, I bought some. I bought some simply because it was the one that was the beaten down the most. And then after I saw this report, I made a decision to either buy more or not. Now, let me say this. Tomorrow, it could tank another 25%, even from the $7.12, right? It could tank another. I'm cool with that at this point. Now that the hit job came out, I know that by 2025, I'll be in the money. I actually believe within months after the halving, we'll be in the money. Now, I believe that all these crypto miners will have a slow bleed down until the halving, okay? Let me cut this thing off because it's going to go off in 30 seconds, okay? I try to do this in 10 minutes, but I can't. All right. But if you listen to what I'm saying, I'm hitting you guys with a ton of information, okay? Core Scientific, please. Is that Core Scientific? I believe it is. I covered it, okay? I covered it in here. Core Scientific is this. Here's Core Scientific. Core Scientific is coming out of bankruptcy, right? If you really want me to cover Core Scientific, come back tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, I will cover Core Scientific. I will do something real cool with Core Scientific, okay? All right. Oh, there it is. Didn't even. All right. So, what did I want to do? Oh, yeah. I want to play something for you guys. And then we're going to play something a little funny. All right. Oh, wow. I had it all queued up. What happened to it? I had it queued up. What happened to it? That's not cool. I had it queued up for you guys. What's going on here? Okay. There we go. All right. Sometimes this equipment acts funny. It's live. Now, I want you guys to see this and listen to what Stocks with Josh has to say. He's just going to cover Mara right now. We're just going to cover Mara, and then you could take this information and apply it to the others.
Right. And so we knew from the very beginning that when we got up here, between 45 and 48 was going to be resistance. Well, look at that. Lo and behold, we got up to that zone eventually after breaking out of that 32K resistance. And lo and behold, we got right there. Now, one of the things, and this is basic charting in the open waters of Wall Street. We got an absolutely bearish rejection candle. It's where you got a super big wick. Now, the very minute we got that rejection candle, it was telling us that we are going to go lower. The very minute we got that rejection candle, every single person knowing that the miners take their cues from Bitcoin probably should have taken profits. And if we go over to Mara, that was the exact moment that Mara peaked up at 31,000, right? So when Bitcoin gave us that rejection candle, everybody could have taken profits at 31,000, and they would probably not be feeling too bad if they have not sold or cashed in. Now, let's go back to sort of the conversations and predictions from earlier this year about the miners bleeding off up until the halving event. Now, obviously, we had this spot ETF, which gave us sort of an unexpected move. It kind of completed the head and shoulders pattern, the inverse bullish head and shoulders pattern that we had been watching to play out before the halving event, which was the main catalyst that we were looking towards that normally initiates the move up on the miners. But the spot ETF coming out basically kind of took its place. And we immediately at the time that we were discussing this was around $8.40. And we were sitting here, we were on this support. Now, this is how the way Head and Shoulders patterns work. We had a pretty nice horizontal neckline. So we had a very nice horizontal neckline with all these completed points all around $18. The previous shoulder was 5, the head was 3. And so it meant that we could easily, from this point forward, we could easily have bled off all the way down to 5 to make the other shoulder and eventually push up during the halving event and break out and get into this $30 range. But, we didn't end up going that low simply because the spot ETF pushed the timeline further. Now, I will tell you that Head and Shoulders patterns can be considered accurate even if they don't reach the same level. So this never had to come down to $5 exactly to be a verified Head and Shoulders pattern. So having gone down into the $7 and $8 range still made it a qualified Head and Shoulders pattern. Now, I had been tracking the $9.50 range because that's structure. Again, that's a key level of structure resistance at the time. And I announced on the Discord and on my page that I was entering Mara and Riot shares as well as options between $8.40 and $9.50 and enjoyed the entire run-up. And also announced on my page that I had sold all of my Mara and Riot. Now, we've come back to this 200-day moving average. Now, here's the main warning, Larry, and I'm going to pause and give you a chance to respond to this. So the 200-day moving average is structure support. There previously had been structural resistance at 1360. It's extremely possible that even though we are in what I'd call a clearly defined downtrend, that we will get a bounce somewhere along the way. The first bounce probably around this 1350 range, and that could give us a back test of 18, right? Which we could then fail at and continue to come down to $9.50 before the halving event. Now, I am not making
Kind of lost you a little bit, Josh.
You're
breaking up.
I'm wanting people to understand the nature of
100% agree with you, Josh. I 100% agree with you, Josh. Now, here's the deal. And Austin got, you see here, that's 932. 932. And you said around 950. So me and Josh are about the same. So you guys understand that there will be a bleed off, right? There's generally a bleed off, a sell off. And this is what Josh, the technicals are saying what I said 3 months ago as far as these Bitcoin miners are what's happening with the Bitcoin miners. Listen, the Bitcoin miners are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, just like crypto's doing what it's supposed to be doing, right? So, hey, for those of you that are late, we talked about HUD 8. We talked about everything. I want you to rewind it. So I'm not going to go back. I'm just going to try to end this video shortly here. I just want to see what's going on, that you guys understand that even if you bought, I bought some today and I'm just starting to DCA back in. Remember, I sold all mines at the top. I made it public and I sold all of my crypto. I came here. I told all of you, I said, I'm selling it all, right? And I was like, oh, Larry, why are you doing that? Listen, don't be a part of a club. Don't follow everybody's move. But I because of what I see. Now, it could have went the other way, but I just believed it was buy the rumor, sell the news, a lot of profit taking off of this spot Bitcoin ETF and all of that. It was expected, okay? Sometimes it's hard to understand what you think in your mind is going to happen, but when we have data and we see how things are coming together, that's what I do. I spend all of my time. All right. So that's what I wanted to make this. Hey, if you're just coming on, please go back and rewind this. Okay. And so that way you guys could see. And in closing, I got to call my daughters back. I came here, I made the other video, then I start preparing for this video. Hey, you know, it's like I'm red. I'm red from the 5 heartbeats. My hours are from 9 to 5. My hours are from 9 to 5. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen the 5 heartbeats. If y'all haven't seen that movie, this is my favorite scene. Listen, when I meet you guys, you guys know I spent my own money. I toured all over the country, all over the world, really, on my own dime. Those days are over. And I take my time for hours and pour into everybody. If you've met me in real life, leave me a coffee cup, because you guys know I pour. If anybody said Larry was standoffish and da-da-da-da-da, it's a bold-faced lie. I love talking to you guys. But my daughters called me. They were like, hey, you answered. I was like, you guys know not to call me at closing bell and opening bell, right? And then, so we were laughing because I was like, my hours are from 9 to 5. And they started laughing because this was a scene that I took some stuff out, but this is what I'm talking about.
And that if you wanted my daughters,
I need to
that
talk to you, Big Red.
Give me a minute. Can't you see I'm talking?
No! I need to talk to you right now about my royalties and how you keep your books.
My office hours are from 9 to 5.
Excuse me, lady.
Yeah. What about my books? What you want to talk about? My office hours are from. My office hours are from.
9 to 5.
My office hours are from. Man, I love that movie. Y'all know, so that's classic, ain't it? 9 to 5. Y'all put a 9 to 5 in the chat. Hey, look, on good days we gonna have fun. Let's just condition ourselves. And on red days we gonna have fun, all right? But in the long run we gonna make money, right? It's not gonna be a straight line up. There's gonna be some red days. We have to be firemen and firewomen. We have to go in and buy when it's a fire sale. Okay. Now, I'm not telling you guys to buy this company. HUD 8. I'm not telling you to buy HUD 8. I'm just telling you that idea. Isn't that classic? And I'm just telling you that this helped me to make that decision. Okay. Now, this hit job from J Capital. I want you guys to go and read it. And then I want you guys, I'm sorry. There we go. From J Capital. I want you guys to go and read it. For yourselves. I want you to make a conscious decision. And I want you to know that there's about an hour and 10 minutes left still for trading. And if you're not on a platform where you could trade after hours, shame on you. All right. You need at least 3. Okay. Wife Doge. Yeah, that's that one. Anyway, that's a whole nother, we're not gonna get into that. All right, I'm gonna leave it right there, good people. I love you guys. I just wanted to come on. Hey, listen, I'm gonna say this will be the last time this week because it's Thursday. Look, I'm just telling you guys, the price is just gonna go up. People always say, hey, is there a discount? There is a discount code. There is no discount code. It's the top link below. I hear the same thing every single time. OMG, I would have saved 10 times as much as this class cost had I taken this class. Listen, invest in yourself. You don't take my class, take somebody's class, okay? Just learn. Just learn. There's a lot of money. Brenda, my hours. Brenda, say it with me, Brenda. Say it with me. My hours are from 9 to 5. Hey, I love you guys. I'm going to cut this off right now. We'll see you guys tomorrow, right? Live, love, laugh, and learn. And sometimes we really got to laugh, all right? I love you guys, man. Peace.